Rejoice, fellow travelers, for it is that glorious time again where our wallets cry, our resin disappears faster than a 4-star on a standard banner, and finally we can hoard up to 2100 artifacts without resorting to deleting good worlds. Oh, and let's not forget the ability to spam world bosses like there's no tomorrow. Amazing. But wait, that is just the warm-up. Mihoyo didn't just drop another livestream, they delivered a Netland-sized fireball of new content straight to our screens. We are talking the next big chapter in our Archon Quest, new characters and events, plus a silhouette teaser which makes every single Skirk fan go crazy. Yes, that does include me as well. Oh, and did I mention the Traveler finally gets his pyro powers? About damn time. As such, grab your Mora, hold on to your Primo Gems and pray to the RNG gods, because today we are diving into everything you need to know about Genshin Impact 5.3. Let's get started with the stars of our show. Our brand new characters, the Pyro Archon herself, Mavuika, and our charming cryo shaman, Citlali. First up, we have the star of Netland, the queen of combustion, the Pyro Archon herself, Mavuika. Not only does she command flames hotter than your team after 3 Spiral Abyss failures, but she's also rolling into Teyvat on a literal motorbike. That is right, Mavuika isn't just bringing firepower, she is bringing horsepower. Which, I will be super honest here, makes me feel weird. I don't know how to feel about her kit right now, but I had the same impression with Shaska and now she's one of my favorite characters in the game. So wait and see, I guess. When it comes to her kit, Mavuika switches between 2 modes. Her Claimer mode for some off-field pyro application, and a bike mode for pure, unadulterated on-field DPS domination. And her bike isn't just for show. It makes exploration a breeze, combining climbing, surfing and flying into a single kit. Now let us break down her abilities. Her elemental skill is in itself very simple. She has 2 different combat modes. A Claimer mode in which she will turn into an off-field pyro DPS and reaction enabler, and a, I guess you could say, motorbike mode, where she's going to be an on-field damage machine, tearing through your opponents like there's no tomorrow. When it comes to Elemental Burst, it's a little bit different from what we usually see. Mavuika is not going to use energy. Instead, she's going to use something called Fighting Spirit, a resource she can generate whenever teammates are going to use normal attacks or whenever you consume Night Soul points. The more spirit you gather, the harder her burst will hit. As always, I will release a full guide for our Pyro Archon once she releases, so stay tuned for that. Her passives? Super simple. One passive is going to increase your attack whenever a Night Soul burst is triggered, and the other is going to give you a damage bonus after you unleashed Mavuika's Elemental Burst. Very powerful, very versatile and very flashy. Mavuika kinda got it all. And when it comes to her backstory, well, unlike the other Archons, Mavuika wasn't always a god. They teased a little bit about her story quest in this livestream, and apparently she is effectively the strongest human turned divine being in all of Teyvat. Hard work most certainly does pay off, at least in some cases. Her story quest will dive deeper into this, but let's just say that our Archon is as fiery in personality as she is in combat. Next, let us talk about Citlali, the Granny of Netland and an absolute leyline legend. Known as Granny Itzli, she is a cryo shaman who balances motherly charm with the ability to absolutely destroy anything that threatens the balance of her homeland. Oh, and did I mention she fights by using her plushies? Because, well, that's kinda what she does. Adorable and terrifying, just how we like it. When it comes to her kit, her elemental skill will deploy a cryo shield for your entire team, while she herself will enter a Night Soul Blessing state, summoning her trusty plushie Its Papa to dish out some extra damage. Her Elemental Burst brings out a dynamic duo, Its Papa and Citlali, not to be mistaken with her actual name, to both protect her team and obliterate your enemies. Her passives are where Citlali is going to shine. These will turn her into an elemental reaction enabler, reducing enemy pyro and hydro resistances when they are frozen or melted. You want synergy? Citlali delivers. She's perfect for teams who rely on hydro and pyro damage, and obviously we have Mavuika coming up, who is a pyro character, so maybe Citlali will be a good teammate for Mavuika. When it comes to her lore, Citlali's connection to Netland's ley lines make her more than just a shaman. Our livestream teased a few aspects here and there, and she is effectively a living archive of memories, carrying the history of her people and homeland. Her story quest will promise to explore how she perceives time and memories, so bring tissues I guess, because it's gonna be deep. As such, here you have it. Two widely different yet equally exciting new characters to pull for in patch 5.3. Whether you want to burn everything to the ground with Mavuika or freeze your enemies in place with Citlali, Natlan has never looked better. Now that we have hyped up our new characters, it is time to talk about where they will shine. The next chapter of our Archon Quest. Travelers, get ready to march straight into the Abyss itself. That is right, we are bringing the fight to the darkness itself in patch 5.3, and let's just say it is shaping up to be an absolute banger. Rumors are swirling around about a potential death flag for Mavuika, but in my opinion, don't worry, it is probably just a red herring. But Capitano? Well, Death itself has said it wants to claim his soul, and Capitano has overstayed his welcome, in certain ways at least for sure. So here's my prediction. At the very end of our story, Capitano is going to sacrifice himself to save Mavuika and finally dies. And in turn, she will give her Pyro Vision to whatever Harbinger is going to show up. This is my prediction for our Natlan conclusion. Either way, finish your quest and snag yourself 500 Primo Gems for free, you know, to help you cry pull for those banners later on, because we all know 50-50 is more like 80-20. As mentioned before, Mavuika and Citlali will also get their own quest on top of our already existing Archon Quest, diving deeper into their past and history. Our story writers here mentioned that especially Mavuika's quest will be important for future lore stuff, so if you're interested in that, then stay tuned I guess. If you complete those quests, you will also get some materials for either of your characters in order to help your leveling process. Speaking of characters stepping up, how about our character? Yes, the Traveler finally gets their Pyro abilities in our Archon Quest in patch 5.3. They didn't showcase any of his abilities, but they did mention that those mysterious flint ores will come in handy, so make sure you get those if you haven't done so yet. And now we have our banners, so let us talk about who is tempting your Primo Gem stash this time around. For phase 1 we have our two headliners, we have Mavuika and Citlali taking center stage. If you have been dreaming of a Pyro Archon who rides a motorbike or a Cryo support who uses plushies to fight, this is your moment. After that we have phase 2 and it's not going to slow down, as simple as that. We have Arlecchino and Clorinde having their reruns. Both are extremely powerful DPS characters and most certainly worth your Primo Gems. Joining them as a 4-star character is Madame Len Yan, who is our newest Anemo DPS / support who brings shields and stylish movement to your party, as well as usually for Anemo characters some grouping abilities. Len Yan is also our featured free character during the Lantern Rite, which we will talk about in a moment, so if your pulls are cursed, at least you can get her for free. Between the Pyro Archons over the top kit and Citlali's Frosty Finesse, phase 1 is going to be hard to beat. However, Arlecchino mains have been waiting since the dawn of time for their chance to pull, and Clorinde, well, she is one of the best DPSs as well. So our banners for this patch are shaping up to be absolute bangers. Now let us dive into events, system updates, and oh yes, the future of Genshin, which is going to include a teaser so mind-blowing it might as well set Teyvat itself on fire. But first, Lantern Rite. Our annual festival is back, brighter and more rewarding than ever, and this time around Zhongli is actually paying for something, which might be the first time ever. Who knew rocks could sprout wings and pigs could fly? On top of that, we've also got some new skins, one for Hu Tao, which you can buy in the shop, and one for Zhangling, which you can get for free throughout the event. Speaking of free stuff, Lantern Rite is handing out gifts left and right. Up to 23 wishes, a unique wind glider, tons of leveling materials, and of course, as mentioned before, a free 4-star character selector, including our newest Anemo DPS / support Madame Len Yan. As always, there will be a variety of events to enjoy, from combat challenges to exploration activities. They are keeping some of the details under wrap, but you can bet it will be worth your time. And speaking of fun events, our fan favorite Beetle Battle is also making a return. So more Arataki Ito action. Lastly, we are also going to get a new music event, and get this, it's permanent. Mihoyo has realized that their community actually enjoys every single music event they did so far and decided to simply put it into the game forever. If you have missed out on previous rhythm games, now is your chance to test your musical skills and compete for high scores. It will also get updates from time to time, so effectively, music lovers rejoice. On to system modifications, Hoyoverse finally decided to hear our cries, and patch 5.3 is going to introduce two massive changes. First of all, our artifact cap will be raised from 1800 to 2100. Hoarders celebrate, no more hard decisions about whether to toss your one okay-ish crit damage piece. And secondly, bosses now respawn instantly. No more awkward waypoint hopping between battles, just defeat your boss, loot it, and repeat. Efficiency at its finest. Now for our future, you know how every Genshin livestream has that one aspect that leaves everyone screaming in chat? This time around it is a single silhouette. One word. Skirk. Yes, you heard that right? Skirk. The elusive mentor of Shield, the enigmatic master of combat, and someone so tied to the fate of Teyvat that Hoyoverse itself didn't even dare to mention her name during our livestream. She's been the stuff of legends, and let me tell you, the hype train isn't just rolling, it's gone full bullet train. People are going crazy. Skirk isn't the only big tease though. Hoyoverse also dropped hints about future Netland characters, including Verisa and Aoife from our collective of plenty, and of course we also have Iansan, who will be a key figure as well. But let's be real here, Skirk is the headliner. Let the speculations begin. Is she going to be a DPS or a support? Is she going to break the meta just like Miyabi did in Zenless Zone Zero? Wait and see, I guess. And yeah, that is about all there is for patch 5.3. From our explosive new Archon Quest to spicy new characters, rewarding events and even bigger teases for the future, it is safe to say that Mihoyo has delivered. So get your teams ready, save those Primo Gems and prepare for the most fury and frosty patch yet. Until next time, keep farming, keep exploring, and as always, may your polls be blessed. Bye bye.